Hello, hello, happy Tipsy Tuesday. Okay, so tonight I'm coming at you live to talk about my new favorite spice. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's like an oldie but goodie, but I want to give you a little like tips and tricks and some stuff with it, and kind of talk to you a little bit about like what it pairs well with and all of that jazz. Okay, so in case you don't know who I am Tiara, aka T, your wine diva. I help you find wines that you are going to love, and I love helping you live your best life, having fun, drinking wine, and having a good time. So tonight, let's get to it. Let's talk about my favorite new spice. Okay, so how I discovered this was a friend of mine who comes and joins me for Wine Wednesday, so you're more than welcome to join me as well. It's a Wednesday night, little afternoon, little like adult get together on Zoom where we drink wine and just whine about whatever it is that's going on in our life, talk, hang out, have a good time. Hi Cynthia, how are you doing? As you tune in, say hey, tell me where you're tuning in from, what you got going on in your world. So he was talking about how much he loves fermenting different spices and vegetables and how good it is for your gut flora and all of that good stuff. And I, because I really love kombucha. Are you a kombucha fan? Because I love me some kombucha. And so all of the good stuff that comes with like kombucha and it's like fermentation and all of that for your gut flora comes from this same new spice that I'm super excited about. So he was like, you can make this at home. And what is this that you might be asking? It's fermented garlic. Okay, fermented garlic. Okay, and I'll talk to you a little bit about how it's made, but he was like saying that he uses it in everything, but it also like keeps for a long time. I will say that like Dennis, I don't know if it's gonna keep for a long time because we keep eating it. It is so freaking good. Like Jay loves it, I love it. It's like, if you're like me, when people ask for garlic, like in a recipe, you see garlic and like you can do, it says 2 cloves. And I'm like, 2 cloves? How about like a whole mound of garlic? Please and thank you. I'm one of those people. So what I love about fermented garlic is it actually, crazy enough, cuts the amount of garlic I actually would use because it like enhances the flavor. So how you make fermented garlic is you actually put it in a salt solution, a brine, if you will. So like a 2% brine. So for like 100 milliliters of water, you're gonna put like 2 tablespoons of salt. And you want to use distilled water or like water that's been boiled and cooled. You don't want to use like water from your faucet unless you have like well water, because the bacteria in the water that comes from like actual water plants and all that kind of stuff will kill what you need to ferment the garlic. But this is amazing. Okay, so I've got these like fermentation lids from Amazon. They come in like a pack of 4, super nice, and then mason jars, your standard everyday mason jar, wide mouth. And that's what I did was I want to say like, I mean, this part took a long time. I will be totally honest. It was like 15 cloves. Is it cloves as I'm looking for? I think that's whatever the bulbs. It took like 15 bulbs of garlic because it was like smaller ones. If you get like the bigger garlic, it shouldn't take you quite so long, but you smash and you peel all of it until you fill up your mason jar, and then you're gonna fill it up with your salt solution. And then you can put like your little date and time on it, or date on there, and then you just let it sit for about like 2 weeks, do its thing. Once it starts kind of getting a little foggy in there, it's ready to go. And then for me, like you can also put little weights in there. So I have actually just like a stone that I boiled and kept and got like nice and disinfected and put it in there because I didn't want to buy a weight. But that's what I did, and it's super awesome, and I'm loving it. Jay's cousin is loving it. We're just having a good time utilizing this, and we're putting it in everything. Like we're using the water, the brine that's in there, we're using that for like dressings and adding that into our cooking, and we're adding the garlic to our cooking. We're eating the garlic raw, like all of this stuff. So if you love garlic, I highly recommend fermenting some garlic and giving it a try because it is amazing. And then of course, because wine diva, why not talk about pairings, right? So garlic is actually kind of like, you can think of it like a lemon, right? Because it's got a lot of acidity to it. It's got that nice little bite to it, right, when you bite into it. So what's gonna pair well with garlic? Same things that would pair well with lemon. Same things that would pair with that like biteness, that acidity that you get with a lemon. And that is gonna be stuff like Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Grigio, just crisp, citrusy flavored white wines. All right, so those are my little tipsy tips for you today. Try out some fermented garlic. If you haven't tried it, let me know if you want the recipe, or if you have tried it, let me know what you think about it, all right? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your Tipsy Tuesday. Mwah. Cheers.